Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? How are you guys? Hello, Sina. Hello, Dian. Hey, Andreas. Buenos días. Hey, Aldo. Tocayo. How are you? How are you today, guys? How was your trading session? I hope you executed and performed well despite any outcome. Hello, Sven. How are you? Hey, what's up, Luke? Hello, Justin. Hi, Ann. Hello, Jatin. Hey, don't worry, brother. Don't worry. Remember, all of the sessions are recorded and they are here on the channel. So I'm not quite sure how you do it, but I mean, you just go to the channel and all of the sessions are named like year, month, day trace review with Neto. Yeah, so it's 25. Today's it's 25/07/17. All right. So if you are looking for any previous session, all of them are recorded and shared here, open to the public on the channel. So you just go there, look for it, and that's it. The only thing that I'm not doing, and for being honest, I'm not sure that I'm gonna do it anytime soon. It's kind of a summary of the session. I mean, if we ever talk about, I don't know, like order blocks or market structure or some specific topic, uh, I'm not sure if I'm just like uh, typing it on the topic or on the description. But well, it's gonna be a lottery, right? If you are here every day, you will get everything, and you don't miss anything. All right. Hello, Robert. Break even for Dian today. One win, one loss. That's not very good news, Dian, because you should be. I mean, if you had one win, one loss, your win should be way bigger, or at least bigger than your loss. But let's talk about that in a minute. Hello, Ariel. You could use AI to get your summary. I know I can do a lot of stuff on AI. It just I need guidance. I need some guidance here. Hello, Ryle. All right, guys. So let's get started. Let's get started with Apple today. Just give me 1 second here. All right. So this is Apple today. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Well, as you can see, I see a channel here on Apple. Not sure if I mean if we are all looking at the same thing, but until we don't break like this channel here, or maybe yeah, like maybe like this channel here. I mean, everything is kind of uncertain on Apple. I mean, it's just balancing, it's just consolidating. I think, and that's only my opinion. I think it's building liquidity for a leg up, right? For a leg up, right? Can you see here? It's actually building higher lows, and well, today it has not made higher highs, but at least the past few days it has been building higher lows. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happened here with Apple. So today, just looking at the price action here with Apple, as you can see here, both indices were stronger, very strong this morning. And the good news is was they were strong since early in the morning. I love that because that give us direction for the whole day. So now you can identify like really quick and easy the names with the relative strength and the relative weakness. So that's something that I enjoy and that I like, of when indices show you the direction they want to take like this early in the morning. It gives time for several opportunities, right? So just for example, today I took 3 trades. Today was actually a very good day for me. It was a big day for me. Um, so I'm gonna show you my 3 trades today. But one of the reasons that I was able to take 3 trades is that indices were very clear since early in the morning. So I was watching Apple. I was watching Apple. It was looking very weak. From the pre-market, we had this drop from 211. We have this drop from 211. And once we define this first range, we have our pre-market low, pre-market high, 1 minute and 5 minute opening ranges. I was watching at this, right? So it was failing to actually close above this 210.93. This 210.93, let me zoom in a little bit. This 210.93 was kind of the very middle of the session from yesterday, right? So it was used first as resistance, then as support, then as resistance again. But this 210.93 or 211 was a strong key level from yesterday, at least on the 15-minute chart. So once you fail to actually reclaim this key level, and looking at this, look at these candle wicks, right? Look at these candle wicks right here, especially this one. Huge rejection right here on this 211. Look at this. Actually, this is a huge rejection to 211. Huge rejection from 211, and then continuation to the move down. So this was showing me that it didn't want to go higher, right? I mean, this doesn't mean that it wants to go lower, but at least this is telling me that it doesn't want to go higher. I know it kind of sounds like tricky, but they are different things, right? So it started just consolidating around here, this area here. This is the daily gap. So it closed the daily gap. So we actually had nothing to look for in Apple right here. But once we broke kind of this support area, this 210.30, once that we broke this 230 like this, yeah, right here, this area here, once that we broke this, we had this displacement and retest of this 1 minute opening range. But more important than the 1 minute opening range was this area here, right? This area here was the one that we wanted rejected. So if you open a position right here and you were aiming to low of the day or this pre-market low, you actually got almost a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade. This was a very quick trade because we had another retest of this 1 minute opening range. But as you can see here, this, oh come on, right here. As you can see here, this was kind of the trend line from the pre-market high. So here rejected again this area here, 210.50, 210.30, right here, 210.50, 210.30. So it was rejecting this trend line. It was rejecting these intraday levels. And here, guys, here, after this rejection, you can actually take this will be the perfect example of the 84% rule. This will be a perfect example of the 84% rule because we are respecting market structure. The on any time frame, this is intact. This just came too deep into your key level, right? And that's why we stopped. But if you were paying attention to this, I mean, this is just respecting the play, right? So you could re-enter right here. Same risk, same targets, and look at this. Now it actually pushed harder and faster, right? So it went all the way to 209.50, and this was at least a 1 to 4 risk reward rate to trade, something like this. Yeah, just like this is, it was a 1 to 5 risk reward rate to trade. So this was a very nice trade. This was a very nice trade. So not sure if anyone took Apple. I know we don't trust Apple. But yeah. So Diane just got my winner earlier. Yeah. Andreas, I can consult at least there, not on trading. Are you a consultant on AI, Andreas? That will be interesting. I have a few ideas. You know what? I have a few ideas about content creation, and also about this kind of summaries that we need for our sessions. And I actually don't know anyone on the, like on the AI space, so we can, I can ask, right? So if you are an AI consultant or something like that, or you are just experienced, I would like to bounce ideas with you a bit from. Oh, you are an IT guy. All right, that will be fine. I will contact you, Andreas. I'm gonna send you a message on the Traders Lab. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. All right, so that was my Apple ideas, guys. Let's go to AMD. Uh, AMD and Nvidia are being kind of tricky. Why? Because you may think they are overextended. I don't think they are overextended, but they need to cool off a bit before going higher, right? So I really like AMD today because this key level here, this pre-market low, was an ATM machine, right? So we broke this pre-market low that it was almost aligned with this previous day high. So we broke and retested right here. So if you enter on this retest here, strong indices, weak tech, could you? Yes, I will. So if you were watching this after this rejection again of this previous day high, pre-market low, and you enter right here and you were aiming at least to the 5-minute opening range, look at this. This was a 1 to 2.5 risk reward rate to trade. For 5 minutes took this trade, 10 minutes stopped. So you were just closing this. And this is just intraday price action, because as you can see here, this is just it dropped a bit and it was just balancing here. It was just consolidation around this area, this previous day high. And what were the indices doing? Well, they were pushing higher and higher and higher. So this is just consolidation, intraday price action for AMD. But if you know how to play these channels, look at this. This was free money today. This was free money. Again, you had this break, retest, rejection of this previous day high, pre-market low, 1-minute opening range. So if you entered your position right here, same thing than the previous one, same risk, same targets, another 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade. And later on the day, right there, rejection of previous day high. So if you enter right here again, same risk, same targets, another one, but this one actually went lower, right? So if you were aiming, I don't know, 159 here, it was a 1 to 3.7 risk reward ratio trade. I mean, if you did it all the way to the lower, something like this, it was a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. So this was an amazing, look at this again. So this trade or this level has been an ATM machine whole day. Can you see here? Again, another 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade. So if you know how to play these channels here, you can make a lot of money. But just, you need to be very cautious, because once you identify the borders or the edges of the channel, you need to be fast to take your profit. I mean, or at least you take majority of your position, right? So, I mean, you can be waiting for some breakout like we did here and here, but you need to be very fast taking profits right here because it can reverse anytime soon, right? So, um, oh, I'm sorry, Sina. I just skip it for Apple. You were waiting for break below the 5 minute, 15 minute opening range low, pre-market low before placing sell. Yeah, yeah. Apple. Well, let me go there. Anyone took AMD today? But I don't think so, right? Apple. What you were saying? Break below the 5 minute of the 15 minute. Yeah, we didn't have too much here. I I was listening to someone. I was reading to someone on the group on the Discord that they took something around here because the indices, at least SPY, was kind of like changing of character here. Was having a change of change of character here. So they were watching something like this, but this didn't work, right? This didn't work. Just something like this. They were aiming to low of the day. It was a 1 to 2.4, but it didn't work. Yeah, yeah. But I understand your play, and I think it was nice. Just didn't work, and that's why I like aligning my trades to the indices. I mean, I don't say like, oh well, the whole day is gonna be pushing higher both indices, but I mean they might. They might today, but I mean, I'm not saying that the indices will be trading higher the whole day, but I'm saying like, okay, well, if this is the local trend, if this is the like the current local direction, you should be looking for the names moving on that direction, right? I mean, I don't mean like the daily bias. I'm just saying if the indices are moving in one direction at that time, you should be looking for the names following them. All right. Okay, so that was AMD ATM machine, this previous day high rejection. Let's go to the next one. This is Amazon. This is Amazon. This was one of my trades today. I was looking for, look at this. What I was watching in Amazon, I was looking for the break of 223. We actually had it, and I had an alarm. That's why I remember. Sometimes, and this is something that I need to tell you guys. Sometimes it's like I don't remember all of the plays that I have, so I set my alarms here. But for example, right here, I mean, as you can see here, I have another alarm at the top of this channel, this 226.75. So if we break this level here, I'm interested in taking calls from here to the upside, right? So my play was looking for something out of this channel here. Out of this channel here. All right. So today, I was watching this name dropping, recovering, and dropping again. So it was rejecting this 224 area, this pre-market high, and also we had something. Yeah, we had something there from yesterday. So I was watching this area here, and just because of this rejection, I started following. Look at this. I started following this price action, right? This was market structure making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And then when we had market structure and it was rejecting an important intraday key level for me, it was this 5 minute opening range low and also it was the daily gap. So once we maintain this market structure here, can you see here? I'm gonna take it out, but I mean it's kind of very visual this, right? So once we rejected this 5-minute opening range low, daily gap here, I enter into a position here, and I know I can't go too far to the downside. Why? Because this channel is only being respected to here, right? I mean, to yesterday lows maybe. So I know here that I don't have too much room to the downside. So I was waiting for this, right? I was waiting for, well, here I was drawing my target low of the day right here, and my next target was 222.50. Why 222.50? Strike number, psych number, kind of round number, right? So I was watching this, so I entered into position puts here, and I took all the way half of my position to this low of the day, and like another quarter of my position when we started struggling to hit to 22.50, and then I was out maybe on this candle here. I mean, I didn't wait it for all the way to here. So that was a very nice trade for me today. And well, this is something, I mean, again, I'm not a pattern guy, but when you have something like this, sometimes it's too obvious, right? Sometimes it's too obvious. So if this is being the headline, I'm sorry, the neckline, you can trade two ways, right? The breakout of the neckline, or like this, it actually offered a retest of the neckline, right? So this was kind of my reasoning behind this trade, and not sure if anyone took an Amazon trade today. Mm, remember the subject you will talk about opening. Yes, I'll talk about that, Ariel, in a minute. Do you offer one-on-one coaching? No, I don't, Jana. I'm a performance coach for one of the communities on the Scarface trading community. Uh, but I don't offer one-on-one coaching yet. And when I do, it's not gonna be technical. It's gonna be on performance. So if you want to improve the way you approach the markets, and you think that you need to fix or to build better habits and better routines for your sessions, wait for it. Very soon I'm gonna be offering I'm gonna be offering one-on-one coaching, performance coaching sessions. So just wait for me. Maybe next quarter. It's gonna be soon. Um, you are in the community, yeah. The performance coaching is for the Traders Lab. So if you are part of Traders Lab, we have a performance coaching session every Monday around 4 p.m. Eastern. So just look for it. And if you don't belong to the Traders Lab, you should be asking for it on the Discord. It's a coaching and mentoring experience. It's really nice. I really like it. I strongly recommend it if you are looking for, leveling up your game. So that's all the advertisement that I'm gonna do today. All right. So anyone took any Amazon trades today? Not today. All right. So let me go to the next one then. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. So this was Nvidia, guys. This Nvidia. Well, as you know, Nvidia has been very bullish. Nvidia has been very bullish. Wait a minute. Right here. Okay. Nvidia has been very bullish for the past months. So what I was waiting here, well, I was waiting for maintaining or defending previous day high, and that's exactly what happened here, right? So it came, swipe everything, all of the liquidity on this previous day high area, and then it came back, broke this previous day high, pull back, retested right here, and I think this was the trade that Jack took this morning, right? Anyone was on the live stream today? 9:47. And you went 9:47. Look at this. Look at this, and you went out nine. That was a super nice trade, and congratulations. They take Hood. They are exploring new names, right? I mean, a few weeks ago, they started trading Palantir. Now they have Hood, and I'm not sure if they are looking any other new name. But that's great. I mean, that's great because they are looking. This way, they can show you how this break and retest um, strategy can actually work on any asset, right? Yeah, look. Jack took Nvidia at previous day high. It's this one. Retest too, pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is very much the name they like, and this is one of their favorite setups, right? This break and retest of the previous day high to the upside. So, and this is exactly your trade here. I will enter this 947, and I will be aiming this 173.20. This is the pre-market high. So this was a very nice play. Congratulations about it. Congratulations about it. Um, you too, Justin. You too. This was an A plus. I mean, higher time frame, very bullish. The 15 minute, the 15 minute that I mean, every look at this. I mean, this pre-market price action, it's actually just like like consolidating about around this area here, right? This is Tuesday's high. This is Tuesday's high, but the actual level that we needed to defend was this previous day high. Look at this gorgeous candle wick. So this is exactly what you want to see. So after this recovery here, you actually had this break, this placement, retest of previous day high, and boom, you were aiming to the next key levels to the upside. So this was a very nice trade. And I don't know, you miss Michael, you miss Hood. Um, you did not get filled. That's what I use market orders. I hate that. I remember that sometimes I was having so much FOMO because I had my limit orders, and I was like, well, it needs. You know what? I kind of associated my limit orders to some ego. And I'm not saying that that's your case. I'm talking about my experience, my case. I was thinking like, okay, well, if I have this entry, that will be perfect. And you know what? I mean, on trading, nothing is perfect. Everything, can be pretty, but not perfect. So I prefer to switch to market orders, so I don't get any FOMO with this kind of moves. All right. Okay, so that was the Nvidia trade. We were talking, or Aldo was talking today about the opening range breaks or break and retest. Look, I used to only use limit orders for the longest time. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Probably, look, probably it's 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 not as bad or it's not as ugly when you, I mean, when you miss an entry. But what about when you are trying to sell and your, I don't know, like your level is rejected hard and you just miss your trying to sell your contracts, right? That's ugly. That's ugly because now you are actually feeling worse because you understand how high your contracts went and you couldn't get any of that. Yeah, so that's why I use market orders only. All right. So Aldo was asking about the 5 minute and the 15 minute opening range, and the thing with the type here, Aldo. What was your, I mean, like your question, like your specific question? Because I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna start talking about the 5 minute and the 15 minute opening range breaks. But if you have specific questions, I would love to read it so I can try to answer to it. But the thing with the 5 minute and the 15 minute, it's when you are in consolidation, like here on SPY. I mean, well, this is a channel, but this is not too bad. But when you are in a tight channel like this, I mean, it only was 2 or 3 days, right? But when you are in a tight channel, sometimes you are having a lot of fake outs because there's no continuation, right? I mean, the indices are stuck into a small or thin range, and they don't let the tech names or the other names actually, like move appropriately, right? So instead of using the 5 minute opening range, we started using the 15 minute opening range. Why? Because now we have more information on the day, and the price actually sometimes, right, the price actually move a little bit. So when we have a break of the 15 minute opening range, we knew for sure that the price was actually moving, right? So because you don't want to be in a tight channel, you want to, I mean, you are looking for the expansions, right? We talked about this on the previous day, like you first like here, I mean, this is your consolidation, expansion, right? And then consolidation, and we will have another expansion to the upside or expansion to the downside. But that's kind of the market cycle: consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion. So when you are on the consolidation cycle, I mean, that's why you start looking for, like safer place, like the 15 minute opening range, because on the 15 minutes you know for sure that the price actually move a little bit more than just the 5 minute opening range, right? And that's kind of the explanation that I had for you. But if you had a different question, Aldo, please just let me know. All right. Um, Look, I will try to sell stopping out. Yes. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I didn't hate when I didn't get filled my orders with limit orders, but I hated when I tried to sell and they were not, completed. Um, Michael, I am always worried a market order will fill me at a bad price, but I might need to switch. Yeah, and let me, Michael, please send me a message on Traders Lab. Send me a message on Traders, or if you want on the Discord, on the question channel, and tag me, because I have a very nice comment about the market orders that I want to share. This is something that I used to share a lot last year when I was super active on Discord trying to reply to everyone about limit orders, about market orders, and everything in between. But I have a very nice phrase or idea for the market and limit order. So if you can, if you can ask me on the Traders Lab or on the Accelerator, just the questions channel, tag me, and I would love to. I would love to share with you. Um, that's what I'm worried about too, Michael. Limit orders on Robinhood desktop are pretty easy to get in and out of quick. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Robinhood is not for day trading. Get away from there. Get away from there. Go to a more robust broker. Robinhood, it's great for investment. Robinhood, it's great sometimes for swing trading, but no, Robinhood is not for day trading, not for what we do. So this is a strong recommendation. Look for another broker for your day trading, right? Um, yeah, I mean, if you are in the United States, Webull is the broker you want to go, or Thinkorswim. That Thinkorswim is also great. Uh, if you are not in the United States, go with IBKR. They have good fields, and they have a lot of resources for traders. That's a very strong and solid broker. IBKR. Um, Thank you, Michael. Hi, Neto. Just joined. Did you buy Nvidia today? No, I didn't. I didn't. Nvidia. No, remember, Dipti, I've been talking about this for some days. Uh, I I don't feel comfortable buying in all-time highs. And I talked to Jack last Saturday on the weekly recap, and I was telling him, like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable because I don't have anything to reference or context for my levels, for my targets. And he was like, okay, well, you should try Fibs, right? You should try the Fibonacci levels. And I don't know how to use them. I don't know how to use them, but I think that I might be more comfortable if I have at least the Fibonacci levels, because I will have something to reference. So I kind of feel unprepared because I don't have levels for reference. So that's why I don't trade. I'm not trading Nvidia into the all-time highs, but I can try to short Nvidia any day, right? Because I have levels to the downside. But right now, I'm just, I mean, I'm just reviewing Nvidia for you guys. I'm not trading Nvidia for me. Um, Look, I definitely agree. I stopped using Robinhood a long time ago. It's all right for swings and stuff, but not for day trading. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great for swings. It's great for long term. Uh, you know what? I have a beef with Robinhood. I still have some uh discomfort, or I don't know how to say it, but I still have something against Robinhood, because the AMC thing, or the GameStop thing. I know it was a few years ago, but I don't know. I still have this bad feeling inside of me. So I have not forgiven them. So that's why I don't like Robinhood either. Um, Justin, why would you recommend against Robinhood? The Robinhood Legend for desktop is really simple and quick to use. I truly enjoy it. Well, you know, I mean, it's like popular knowledge that their fields are not the best, and that's what they say about the free tools. I mean, they are free because for a reason, and it's not because they are, you know, like good guys giving away a platform. I mean, they can provide this kind of service because they profit on your orders, right? So that's why they don't have the best field. and I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't have like hard data to say that, but that's kind of the like the popular opinion about that. Um, this even Phipps has nothing about, yeah. Um, Robin Hood fields are horrible. I just moved to Thinkorswim this week. I think several brokers did their freeze out on GME AMC. Well, I don't know, DC. I mean, the only one that I remember that was actually on the news and people were talking about it was Robinhood, because they froze the buy and sell buttons, right? Uh, but I mean, don't worry about this. I'm not talking bad about Robinhood. Uh, Actually, I'm stopping talking about Robinhood. What I will say is, if you are in the United States, there are a few brokers that are super solid and they are really good. I personally use Webull and Thinkorswim. And when I was in Mexico, and my family, my sister and my dad, they use IBKR. I taught them how to use it, and they are super happy. So those are kind of my three recommendations, right? Inside of the United States, Webull and TOS. Outside of the United States, IBKR. All the others maybe work great for you. I just don't know them too much to recommend. I think that's better said. Diane, would you like to review my losing trade on Tesla calls? Yeah, just send me your entry, stop loss, and targets, and we can try it. 10:57. All right. So let's well, that was the only very decent trade in Nvidia. This was a textbook break, displacement retest, previous day high. This is exactly what Jack likes. Jack loves this kind of plays. Previous day high, previous day low, but mostly previous day high. Jack, just as you said yesterday, I think he was like, "Oh well, now I don't remember a day when I took puts." So yeah, Jack loves calls. He loves calls with names with relative strength. So even if the indices are just melting, he likes to take calls with the names. All right, Ariel. These days, the 15-minute opening range break did not retest, and if do a retest goes to stop loss, so I possibly need to also check more key levels. Yeah, I mean, Ariel, what I will suggest is start looking at all of the key levels. I mean, you need to define what key levels you want to watch. For example, me, I'm always watching the previous day high and low, the pre-market high and low, the 5-minute opening range high and low, and also I'm looking for my key levels on the daily and the 15-minute chart, right? So I know they might look like, well, this guy is watching too many things, but for example, this name, I mean, I'm not watching the pre-market low, not the previous day low, actually not the 5-minute opening range low. It's just, if this name is strong, I'm looking for the key levels, to the upside. And even saying to the upside, in my opinion, that's wrong. I mean, key levels are key levels, right? I mean, and not because the key levels are on top of the chart, they mean they are bullish. Just as we did, I think it was AMD. Yeah. For example, here, previous day high. I mean, we usually talk about the previous day high as a very bullish key level to take as a step for a leg up, right? But today it was an ATM machine for puts. Can you see? Look at all of the rejections of previous day high. So I will say, try to identify all of these levels that we talk, and then look for the reaction on those key levels. Even the 5 minute or the 15-minute opening range, I mean, look at the reaction on those key levels. It doesn't mean that if it comes and retested, it's gonna have continuation, right? You need to wait for the reaction right there. How do you read that price action? Well, you start looking at the candles, how fast they react, or if they are going deep into the key level and it's just wicking, just the candle wick goes inside of the key level, but the bodies are respecting the key level. So you need to start watching how it interacts with the key level before going into a position. But you should be waiting for more levels? Probably you should, but if you are just starting on your journey, I would recommend, well, just marry to a few key levels and wait for reaction there. I mean, don't try to do what I do after years of experience. If you just started, start with the previous day high and low and maybe the pre-market high and low and look for reaction there. And once you build your edge around looking at the reaction on these key levels, you can start adding more confluencers, right? Or adding more key levels to watch. But I mean, start with something small, Aldo. All right? I'm sorry, Ariel. Start with something small. Start with just watching 1, 2, 3 key levels, and also start watching just 1, 2 names, right? Don't try to do what I do. I'm watching 8 names all the time, sometimes 10. But that's because I already know them. I already back tested most of them. I have my playbook. I have my edge. I have the experience, right? So, but just because I do that, it doesn't mean that you need to do that. I mean, just try watching only 1, 2 names and try watching only 1 or 2 key levels and start from there. Start from there, right? Diane, you're very welcome, Ariel. You're very welcome. And just as you did today, if you have any question, just drop it on the Discord or drop it here, and we can always talk about this. All right. Diane, entry 1057. 1057. What is this? 1057. Break of order block. Something like this. 1057. I don't know, my friend. I mean, first, I don't understand what order block you are saying. 322.50 right here. Well, look, 1057. Let's see 1057. Here, the play that I'm watching here, it's, look at this. This is already making higher highs, higher lows, right? So here, 1057 here. Here you are late after this retest here. After this retest of this pre-market low, reclaim of this 5-minute opening range low. So here you are already on the way up, and maybe 1057. I mean, if you are counting this as a retest of this 1-minute opening range low order block, and yeah, well, yeah, I mean, this is not an order block, but this is for sure a very nice area of interest. So here, 1057. I mean, here, in my opinion, you are already late for this move. I mean, the move started right here, right? The move started right here. But if you were like, oh well, I was actually watching this move. I mean, this reclaim retest here. This is kind of late. You are kind of chasing right here. So, and you were looking for calls, right? Yeah. I mean, yes, no. Uh, Losing trade on Tesla. Yeah, yeah. So you were stop out in these two candles right here, right? Yeah, and this is the reason. The reason is the play actually started here. So if you started something like here, if you started something like here, you had your stop loss here, and you were aiming. Well, let's say you were aiming to this previous day high. So look at this. None of these candles actually closed below your invalidation level. So this was here. But if you open your position right here, this is 1057, 1050. If you open your position right here, it's a huge risk, all this, because now you are trying to aim to the high of the day, and I'm not sure this is just gonna happen, right? So yeah. So I just think that you were chasing. I think you were chasing this move. Probably, yeah. Probably this one. Maybe it was. I don't like it too much because I mean, as you can see here, it's not actually breaking strong. But if you are watching this, it might be one play. But the one that you say, I think you were chasing. Uh, the good entry will be 1041. Yeah, this is the change of character, right? Yeah, this is the change of character here. Higher low here. And you see this was building. This was building. Look at this. If you were watching something like this 1041, that was a nice entry here. Because here you already know that this is not going lower, and now you are just looking for the new market structure here, right? um all right, yeah. So you got it there. And also look at this right here, this 1026. This is the break and retest. Well, this is the retest on the 5-minute opening range for both indices. So this was a very nice place to start looking for longs on all of the names. So this 1025, 1024, this this time was the best time to look for longs on all of the names. Even if you are not on top of the chart, you start looking for longs right here, because look at this. This was a very nice break, displacement, and retest of the 5-minute opening range on both indices. And this is very weird. It happened at the very same time to the very same key level. So this was a very nice time to look for the move to the upside. All right. This was another play that I watched on Palantir. I was watching some of you guys did something on Palantir. So again, this is the break, displacement, and retest of the 1-minute opening range. But also, what is this? This is the 152. This let me show you right here. 152, 150, 150 was previous day high. So now that you are above this previous day high, look at this. What are the next levels? 152, 153, 154. Round numbers, side numbers, right? So now that you retested this 152 key level, and also it was the 1-minute opening range, if you open your position right here, you had your risk at the bottom of these candles or just the 1-minute opening range, and you were aiming to where 153. This was a 1 to 3.4 risk reward ratio trade. Look again here. What we say 125 to 124. I'm sorry, 1024 to 125. This is the time when you start watching for all longs on all names or most names because the indices are, refueling here. So if you were watching for something like this is the break and retest of the same key level here. And if you enter your positions here or you wait for this break, displacement and retest of the 5-minute opening range, again, you should be aiming to where? Well, let's say 153.50 right here. So this was a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio trade. So everything from here above previous day high, it's looking for continuation. And look at this. Oh my gosh, what happened to Palantir? It's going nuts. This is going nuts. So, but I want to show you this. So this is the 154 area reaction. This is the 155 area reaction. And what is the next one? Well, probably 156 area, right? Reaction. So this is how you start looking for the next for the next targets, right? You can have round. Look at this. You can have round numbers or half numbers, right? Look at the look how precise are the reactions. Well, this one not too much, but what about 153.50? Look at this. Support, I'm sorry, resistance, turn support, turn resistance, turn support, and launch. All right. So that's why you should be looking at the round numbers, half numbers, psych numbers. All right. That was Palantir. And guys, I don't have any other name to show you. Well, I would like to show you my trades here. I'm gonna start showing you some trades on SPY and QQQ when I have some. Full disclosure, not all of them are textbook break and retest. But at least they are like a break and hold. All right. So for example, this one here, this is a break and immediate retest or hold of this previous day high, this 624.73. This was my first trade. I took it all the way to pre-market high and I took more here. I was stop out, I think in this candle, but I was on runners. I unloaded like 84% my position right here. And then this was the other play that I was watching here. All right, so I didn't take this, but this was the other one that I was watching here. And this was my second trade. And this was the one that I'm having a bit of FOMO. And I'm going to show you why. Because I was struggling here. I was struggling holding this because I told you that I'm home alone with my little kid. And he was like, Dad, I'm hungry. I had to close my trade around here. But I want to show you what this white box is. All right. So when this is something that I tell you every time. Zoom out, look left. So look at this. This was last week. Last week Wednesday high. Last week Friday high. Last Monday high. Yesterday high. So this area here, guys, this area here, 625 was very important for me. So that's why I took this one here on the break of this area. And that's why I took this one here, because this was having a higher low, but also it was respecting this white box. It was respecting this white box. So I said like, okay, well, I'm going to take this. So I took my contracts here, this 1040, and I cut most of my position right here, and I was stop out like something around here, and on one of these candles that were below this 626.28. For being honest, I was thinking that this thing will just reject, but look at this. I missed all this because I had to cook breakfast. So that was probably the most expensive breakfast of the county today, but it was the nicest one. So Neto, do you have a different playbook for the indices? Yes, I do. I mean, instead of break and retest, sometimes it's just break and hold, or just break out of areas like this, right? And also my plays on indices are way smaller than my plays on tech names, because they are same day expiration. I try to always use same day expiration or maybe next day expiration. Dian, you took pre-market high retest on SPY. This one here, this 959, and I was watching the retest on 625, but didn't take. Yeah, actually this was gold. This 625 retest, it was gold. Yeah, that was an expensive breakfast. I know. I mean, anyways, I was on runners right here, like maybe 10% of my position. But from here to here, I don't know. This was a 100% move. But anyways, I had really nice breakfast with my little one. All right, guys. So thank you very much for everything. Well, this is pretty much this is QQQ. I think I don't have to explain too much about this. This white box is the same idea on QQQ. High, 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 and today we just broke this consolidation or this supply. So once we broke this supply, look at this. This was a nice one, all the way to 559. Break, displacement, retest, 5-minute opening range. This was the next one. Where? 559.80, that was high of the day. But look at this. 560. 560. And look at this. Again, break, retest, 560. Next launch. So all these plays are, I mean, don't get me wrong, they are kind of easy, but if you are playing zeros, if you are playing just your same day expiration, they might be a bit dangerous. So that's why I just trade with the smaller size, the indices. I sometimes have very good plays, 100%, 80% plays, but I prefer to keep them small because I mean, if it goes against you, I can't. With these ones, I'm very disciplined. It's like, okay, well, it went against me. I'm cutting it like immediately, and I prefer to re-enter. But because we are in a smaller size, I usually recover well, and when I win big. And when I lost only like 15% or 20%. But when I win, today I had 2 wins. The one was 45% on the overall, and the other one was like 80% on the overall. So that, but when I lose on the zeros, it's like fast 10-15%. It invalidates my idea. I cut it, and if it goes back, I re-enter. And because I'm on the smaller sizes, I usually take these full moves, and that's fine. Luke, you took that first trade on QQQ. Yeah, did you notice this area, Luke? I mean, this is super important area, right? I mean, I have this 15-minute chart key level, but actually, this is a whole area here. This is a whole area here, and yeah, so this was very easy, but aggressive, right? This one was super easy and textbook break displacement retest. And actually here is a hidden play, right? This is kind of the break and retest of pre-market high. So this could be another trade here. And this is the break and retest of 560. And well, I mean, I think with when we have trendy markets, it's super easy everything, right? But that's why you need to be patient, and if the market starts to trend, you can go a little bit more aggressive. uh, but it's up to you, right? It's up to you. It's up to how you play, your risk tolerance and everything. Yeah, that's a nice support area. All right. Okay, guys, so that was all for me today. I'm starting to show you some of my SPY QQQ plays. I hope that you enjoy them. I want to tell you they are not textbook break and retest plays on the indices, but they are kind of similar. I want you to start understanding what I do and my reasoning behind my plays. Remember, I prefer my place on the tech names, but I mean, if I don't find something like really nice, I just go back to the indices. And because I'm waiting for the indices to show me some direction, sometimes it's, like easier for me to take place right there. All right. So, guys, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please like the video because sometimes I just have like 15, 20 likes, and I know that there's 200, 300 people watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.